If you're a young black female in South Africa between the ages of 13 and 16, your probability of getting employment at any meaningful role that is permanent is something like 12.5%, according to Stats SA. The unemployment rate for young black people between the ages of 18 and 35 is north of 42%. The country's official unemployment rate is 24%, but that's the narrow definition. By the broader definition, we're talking north of 40%. That's 4 in 10, 2 in 5. You know them. There's always a them. We go to work, we get into our elevators, we go upstairs to the top floor, but we never talk to them that clean the floor, that bring tea into the boardroom. It is in our inability to confront these difficult conversations about how it is that what actually happened in the past brings us to where we are today.
As white South Africans, you know, we don't know what it was like to live in apartheid. We know theoretically what it was like, and we can read it in books, but we don't know what it was like to grow up in Alexandria during the 80s.
How do you go into what is, let's be honest, an organization that was started by verkrampt Afrikaners in the heat of apartheid, and then work in it at the most senior financial level and add value? How on earth does that work?
Is that inequality in South Africa is pretty much rooted in our history. So if we never go there, if we don't gain the self-awareness that Peter is saying that we need to do, if we never engage with the people who are left behind, it's going to be a recipe for disaster.
Sure. If you don't go to Alex, even black people won't judge. We're like, don't go. Just the rats are so big, the rats have human rights.
And I'm also a good Catholic, so I suffer from original sin as well as white guilt.
When we put this panel together, we thought we must make sure the scorecard works.
But in essence, I think we truly need to look at ourselves and say, are we blind? Are we so blind that we can't see that there's no difference between black and white?
Because I think the worst thing we can do as South Africans, and most of us do it blindly, almost unwittingly, is we pass on our prejudices. You know, it's the blind comment that you make sitting next to your partner with the kids at the back of the car and they're listening. That stuff embeds, man. That stuff sits and it doesn't go. And if you want to know where South Africa is in 20 years' time, my view is it's in those conversations. And if you see other and you don't see a person, a family, hopes, dreams, expectations, disappointments, if you don't see that, you're completely missing the boat.